So to celebrate our Rights Day here in Wayland. So we have an esteemed guest. I'd like to invite our representative, David Linsky, if you would like to join us. 1 second, more than one word, but over to you.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Representative David Linsky. I have the honor and the privilege of representing half of Wayland, but I consider it the all of Wayland in the State House. This is an important event because there's a lot going on in this world. I mean, there really is. You know, we think here in a town like Wayland, we're insulated because it's such a lovely town, but, you know, we can't forget that there are a lot of people all over the world who are going through some pretty tough times right now in human rights. And so it's important that those of us who don't have to face those struggles on a daily basis recognize that and do what we can. I ascribe to the phrase in my life called Tikkun Olam, for anyone here who knows what that means. And that means to heal the world, and that every one of us has an obligation in some way to make this world a little better place as we can. So you're all doing it tonight by being here, so thank you very much.
So much. To share with you, the United Nations also has a message from the High Commissioner for Human Rights for today. And that message is that human rights are about people. They're about you and your life, your needs, wants, and fears, your hopes for the present and the future. So this is the 76th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, born out of the Second World War. So I want to thank Marianne and Asma for organizing our own reading of the 30 articles of the Declaration. And as we read these articles together, it gives us a chance to reflect on the power of human rights as a preventative, protective, and transformative force, especially in a... Now, over to you, Jessica. We'll try to hold this signal for you to share with us the preamble and start us off on the Declaration.
At the beginning of the Universal Declaration is a preamble with a whole list of reasons why this was made. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I am going to read 2 sentences which I think are important. Whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. That's one. And one, which I've shortened, is whereas the peoples of the United Nations have reaffirmed their faith in fundamental human rights and in the equal rights of men and women. And I wanted to read that part out because you will find in the articles that it's always he. But they do recognize that men and women have equal rights. So, whereas all those things, the General Assembly proclaims this Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations, to the end that every individual and every organ of society, keeping this declaration constantly in mind, shall strive by teaching and education to promote respect for these rights and freedoms, and by progressive measures, national and international, to secure their universal and effective recognition and observance, both among the peoples of member states and among the peoples of territories under their jurisdiction. So that is the background, and I have the honor of reading Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal.
Thank you, Jessica. And you have a helper.
Hello and good evening. I'm Asma. This is my helper, Ayan. We are reading Article 2. Everyone is equal regardless of race, color, sex, language, religion, politics, or where they were born.
Article 3. Everyone has the right to live and to live in freedom and safety.
Okay. I have Article 4, and we've invited those who speak other languages in our community to read in that language. So I'll read to you first in French. Nul ne sera tenu en esclavage ni en servitude. L'esclavage et la traite des esclaves sont interdits sous toutes leurs formes. Everyone has the right to be free from slavery. Representative Kyle.
Everyone.
And
No, I'm not. Article 6, everyone has the right to be recognized before the law.
Daisy.
Thank you. All are equal before the law. In Chinese Cantonese is 法律之前人人平等.
Sheshe.
Mine's Article 8. Everyone has a right to seek justice if their rights are violated. In Chinese, one of the Chinese dialects is 人人有权寻求公平正义，抵制侵权行为。
Szechuan.
Article 9 has freedom from arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile.
Article 10. Everyone has the right to a fair trial.
Article 10 and Article 11. Everyone has a right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. I'm from a very great country, Taiwan, so I'm going to speak this in Taiwanese. I have two versions. One is a slogan, so it's much shorter. Means 无罪以前是无辜的. A long one, that more detailed one is 在咩法律甲你决定以前你是自由的. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Article 12. Everyone has the right to privacy and freedom from attacks on their reputation.
Hi. Article 13. Everyone has the right to freedom of movement and to be free to leave and return to their own country.
Article 14. Everyone has the right to seek asylum from persecution.
Article 15. Everyone has the right to a nationality.
Article 16. Everyone has the right to marry and to have a family. Article 16. Tout le monde a le droit de se marier, d'avoir une famille.
Everyone has the right to own property.
Article 18, everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religions. I'm going to speak in Shanghainese. 人人有思想、良心及宗教自由嘅權利。Thank you.
Article 19, everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression.
Article
Next year in Albania.
Monji.
Maybe not. Article 21. Government and to have equal access to public service and to embrace diversity. I'll translate in Portuguese now. Todos têm acesso para o governo e para ter acesso para serviço público igualmente.
Everyone has the right to Social Security.
Everyone has the right to work. Article 23. Everyone has the right to work, to equal pay, to protection against unemployment, and the right to form and join trade unions.
Article 24. I will be reading this in the root language, Sanskrit, and then Hindi. Everyone has the right to rest and leisure. सभी को आराम और अवकाश का अधिकार है. This was Hindi. Sanskrit is सर्वेषां वृषाश्रमस्य अवकाशस्य च अधिकारः अस्ति.
Article 25. Everyone has the right to a decent standard of living, including food, clothing, housing, medical care, and social services.
Okay. Article 26. Everyone has the right to education. I'm going to also speak in Chinese, Mandarin, the official language. 人人有接受教育的权利。
Article 27. Everyone has the right to participate and enjoy culture, art, and science.
Article 28. Everyone has the right to a social and international order where the rights in this declaration can be fully realized. I shall also read it in a hybrid of the Quebecois accent that came through my family. Okay. So, toute personne a droit à ce que règne sur le plan social et sur le plan international un ordre tel que les droits et libertés énoncés dans la présente déclaration puissent y trouver plein effet.
Yes, Article 19, we have a duty to other people and we should protect their rights and freedoms. So I'll read it in German with my Swiss dialect accent. Wir haben eine Pflicht gegenüber anderen Leuten oder Menschen, und wir ihre Recht und Freiheit schützen.
Sehr gut.
Article 30. Right. Nobody can take away these rights and freedoms from us. In Portuguese, ninguém pode tirar esses direitos e liberdades de nossos.
Thank you. What a beautiful community reading. So that doesn't entirely complete the program. We'd like to remind you to check out, we have some fascinating and if you haven't had a chance to join Asma and her helper, we're doing the Hands for Human Rights wreath at the back of the room. You can trace your hand and add it to the wreath. And we also have copies of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And we have a Human Rights Day statement that I'd like to share with you from the Wayland's Human Rights, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. The HRDEIC, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted by the United Nations on December 10th, 1948. The first 5 of the Declaration's 30 articles remind us how far the world's fundamental rights to all people. Article 1, all human beings are equal in dignity and rights. Article 2, everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Article 3, everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. Article 4, no one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. And Article 5, no one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. The HRDEIC pledges to continue to work locally to promote the basic human rights of all those who live, work, learn, or worship in Wayland or have family in the Wayland schools. The HRDEIC encourages the support of human rights for all. So thank you. That give us a taste of the cultural, linguistic, and other diversities within our community. And I'd also like to thank the Village Bank for coming to join us and for reading with us, to thank our representatives, who I know Police Chief Michael McCall and Ed Berman for also joining us tonight. Board also with us, and I know there are many other meetings going on this evening, so we especially appreciate your support for celebrating International Human Rights Day together. So. History tables and pick up your copy of the committee statement and the Universal Declaration.